It's over with. I didn't want to. It's over. It's all over with. Year of my life gone, and I don't regret it. Last episode of Breaking Bad. This is this 5 seasons. Last one I have access to, maybe more. I don't know. This is episode. You about to hit something? Watch out now! You about to hit that? What are you doing, man? Oh, there's a guy in front of me bagging up, making sure you're not. I guess it wouldn't make any difference if I beat my horn or something. Anyway, episode 16 and season 5. It's all over with. Now, compared to all the other series that I've watched to completion, is this a good ending? Does it satisfy what I wanted? Which sounds really weird to say. Like, why would it matter if it satisfies what you wanted? And it's that's left up to the writers, and I would think the actors have a say in it as well. Well, somewhat. Pretty sure nobody wants to get killed off, but I mean, I feel like they all knew that the series was coming to an end, and this was the last season. But I feel like it was classically done. I should say, classically done. I mean, this last episode, you have so much. Pinkman has been. I mean, man. I have to sum up all these characters at once, and I don't think I could do that. So you want to take a look at Pinkman now. Pinkman's been enslaved as a meth cooker for I don't know how long, and I just can't believe it. Pinkman's been enslaved as a meth cooker for how long. He gets away. I'll say that he's freed, but he gets a chance. He also gets one of the most rewarding things from the series, because what happened in this episode, I didn't exactly suggest. I mean, I didn't exactly predict. I didn't predict what happened. I was hoping that Walter would get back and take care of everybody that did him wrong in his whole life, but of course, he did the smart thing. I know I'm jumping from Pinkman, but just pretty much Pinkman got away. Mr. White even saved his life, actually, but I'll get to that in a minute. So, Mr. White is pushing forward. They stayed true to the character throughout the entire series too. I feel like, they do a flashback in here about what happened at the beginning, and he pays a visit to his two. He pays a visit to old girl and old boy, the two people that did the most damage, I would say, to his entire life. He met them, and now instead of killing them, I guess he is over that sort of emotion that's connected to them. I guess he's over those feelings that he has for them. I don't know. I personally, if this was real life and it was me and I was capable as Mr. White was, then I would eliminate those two, hands down. But he decides to use them in a way to ensure that his family can get the little money that he has left, which I'm actually happy to see something like that happen. No matter what I say or think, I'm actually happy to see something like that happen. Because he also goes to see his wife. I guess they're still married, right? He goes to see his wife and his infant daughter, but of course he can't see his son. His son is still pretty enraged about what happened, which is understandable. A lot of lies and treachery going on, and put him in a bad way. It's all understandable. I say I have to agree with that. Now, that last meeting between his wife and him, unbelievable. They notice it's the last time they're going to see each other. They know it because Walt's already made moves. He's got something that I think saved plenty of U.S. soldiers in the Vietnam conflict, and I think even up to now, it's called the Pig. Well, the nickname for it is the Pig. It's a 7.62 caliber light machine gun called the M60. It's nicknamed the Pig. Using that brain of his, he devises a system to rotate it like this, or a span, to give it a span like this. He loads it, and when he puts it on the trigger, puts the trigger on there, and when he hits the car alarm, it goes like this. And he gets revenge on all those guys that stole the money from him and killed his brother-in-law, which, that one is definitely bittersweet, because it's like, And coincidentally, the head of the gang is still alive, and he's trying to give himself a couple more minutes of life, but Walt's like, I'm already dead. So, bow, pops up, because when that machine gun is going off, those bullets, even though the pattern on the wall is pretty uniformed, when they go through that wall, it's gonna, whatever it hits inside, it's gonna ricochet and cause that projectile to go this way and go that way, and Walt winds up getting hit in the stomach with one of those rounds, most likely a ricochet, and and he's, it's such an emotional thing, especially I can't believe how emotional it would have been watching this in real time back in back when it was first released. I can't imagine what that would have been like watching that. But it's for me, it's the end of a year-long commitment I've put to this show. Pinkman he gets revenge on the person who killed his love interest, which I think is great. I mean, that fits as far as the ending concerns. I don't think it's a bad ending, but of course, it's such a quality show. I wanted it to go on forever, but of course, nothing lasts forever. And I think these two characters, they ended out perfectly. Walt gets revenge, and he ensures that his kids are, which is what he always wanted. Ensures that his family is taken care of. $9 million is a lot of money. He ensures that his family's taken care of. Pinkman gets revenge on the guy who killed the second woman he loved. And he's free. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. As the viewer, we don't know what's happening. You just know he basically rides off into the sunset. So, on top of that, you know he rides off into the sunset. On top of that, now what else happens in this thing? Oh, maybe I should double back and talk about his experience with the two people that had his company, or the company that he helped create. They set them up to be such pushovers and so involved in their own, which makes sense. They should be involved in their own life. It's their life, but just like completely, I don't know the word for it, because I've run across people like that in real life. Like, they just like, yeah, nothing's wrong. I haven't done anything to nobody. I've been a good person my whole life. Blah blah blah. In theory, they have. Compared to Walt's character now, compared to Walt's character, yes, they have been good people, but they did commit one horrible act, which is stealing a company from a man, and of course cheating and falling in love, I guess. I don't know, or she didn't really care for him in the first. I don't know anything about that, but that's pretty dirty what happened. What else happened in there? Talked about the meeting between him and his wife the last time he gets to see his daughter. It's such a crazy ending, but it's fulfilling. It's fulfilling. The only part that I have that I dislike about it is him not taking revenge on everybody, including those two. But then, would that be true to the characters? Probably not. It wouldn't be true to the characters. So I'm not. I'm not upset by it. I'll say I'm just surprised that it took that route. Now, what else happens in this thing? He finally gives up the location of Hank and his I think his last name is Gomez. He finally gives up the location of those guys, their burial site. Marie plays a small part in this episode. She does one call to Mrs. White, just to say, hey, Walt's back in town, this, that, and the third. This, that, and the third, look out for yourself. But the whole time Walt's in the room while she's talking. Mr. White gets to see his son as well, but it's no love lost between those two. That's the saying. That's the correct saying. I don't know. He takes action, and that pig comes into action. That's the name. That's the nickname for the machine gun. Comes in action and take care of the business. Oh, and he also gets the. I told you I would never get her name, but I have never gotten her name. Never remembered it. She gets hers too from the ricin that he's had in his house all this time. He gets her too, which is so rewarding because she's a piece of work. She's a piece of work. She needs to get eliminated too. Piece of work. Total piece of work. That was it. That was it. That's the end of it. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Overall, so I guess this is my time. This is my time to give an overall opinion of the whole series. Is it good? More than good. Where did the idea for this even come from? That's my thing. I know it's based on a true story. I feel like it's based on a true story. I should have done more research for this upload, but it was a great show. That's the best way I could describe it. It was a great show overall. Of course, there were some down episodes, but I feel like it needed some time to let the story rest and let you marinate on what just happened, and then boom, they brought it back into there. And I feel like for the whole first season, I feel like probably for the last 2 episodes of the first season, I wasn't into it, and then before you know it, I couldn't wait to watch the next episode. I have to move on now. I don't know. I feel like I'm losing a member of my family or something, but it's just a TV show, a great one at that, and that's it.